guys and girls, this video is a direct sequel to the What If Squirtle video. So if you haven't seen that, this video will be referencing the designs from that video. So you might want to go check that one out first, but if you're not too concerned about spoilers, keep watching. The designs will be in this one as well. But yeah, there's some great designs coming up and hope you guys enjoy. So the water normal type is quite simple, but I do kind of like the design. It's quite streamlined. I tried to make it look more like a turtle rather than a tortoise, or is it the other way around? I can't remember. But nonetheless, let's move on to water fighting. So with the water fighting Squirtle, I did a gag on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with the evolvement, so I've ended up just sort of enhancing the features a little bit more, making his mask more of a bandana, and changing the colour. Moving on to the water flying, this one I was just basically expanding on the first idea, giving him the wings, adding the beak. I think it turned out really well, obviously adding more Wartortle features, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Water poison was really fun. The first one felt like just a colour change with some bumps, so I wasn't really impressed with that. So this one I kind of tried to double down on the kind of ugly looking features that poison types sometimes have, and I think it turned out really well. But now we're on to the water ground type. Again, wasn't too impressed with the Squirtle version, so I tried to add a few more features to make it look a little bit more ground type, which I think has worked in this one. I kind of like the head fins. That's nice. Now on to Water Rock. Again, there wasn't much to the Squirtle version, so tried to add as much as I could here. Still not adding much, but still quite like the design. So the bug types are usually ones that I really dislike. I don't mind this one, it's turned out okay, but it's still not my favourite. So this is Water Bug, giving him the bug eyes, a few more antennas, and that's all this one really needed. So for Water Ghost, this one's probably the one I've changed the most, even though there's not a lot of actual change to the subject. I've just kind of doubled down on more water, but I have changed the pose out a little bit. So I think it turned out really well. Is it worth an evolution? Not sure, but I like it. Moving on to Water Steel type. So again, just trying to add more armor, giving him a helmet because I felt like the Wartortle ears really resembled those. It reminded me of Thor's helmet, quite honestly, so I've done that. I think this one turned out great as well. Now let's have a look at the fire and water type, which is always two hard types to put together, but with this one I've just made the valves a little bit bigger and given him more of a jetpack feel, so he'd be levitating through the fire and spelling out of his bottom holes. It still kind of looks like Squirtle because I've left the head without the ears, but I'm not sure if this one's worth the involvement, if this one could have just been a Squirtle. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of it. Now the water grass type I put a lot more effort into. I was thinking of making the tail like a set of bouquet, but I rejected that pretty quickly and decided to just add a lot of flowers to the shell and kind of bulk that out a little bit, adding a little bit of moss to the front shell as well, and giving it kind of a anime style hairdo, which I think worked out rather well for this design. As I mentioned, there's a lot more work into this one because I had to, colour each flower, shade each leaf, everything like that. But I think it was worth it in the end, and it really worked out. Don't really know what I was thinking with the water electric Squirtle. I've got the two tails there to sort of generate electricity with friction, I suppose. I'm not sure if that idea really works much. I didn't like the head shape either, but I have tried to continue on that theme with the water electric Wartortle, giving him similar features and going on with that. So with the water psychic Wartortle, I have changed his demeanour from the water psychic Squirtle quite a bit. He's a little bit more smug, a little bit less creepy. I really like the way it turned out. What do you guys think? So water ice, couldn't think of much to do with this one other than making the ice a lot bigger. So that's essentially what I've done. Giving him more of an iceberg kind of look, incorporating his ears into the ice as well. But yeah, I'm not too sure on this one. It's probably not my favourite. But moving on to Water Dragon, this one I tried to really make look more like an evolution. I think I've made the head too big, so it looks a little bit strange. The head was literally the only change to it though, so yeah, I don't mind it. The eyebrows kind of look cool. Other than that, it's kind of ugly. Now moving on to another kind of ugly one, which is the Water Dark type, but I do really like this one. Turned the ears into horns instead, and just made the horns on its back a lot bigger. Loving the dark colours on this one. Yeah, what do you guys think? And another one that I always have trouble designing is the fairy type. So this is Water Fairy. Just made his ears into those typical fairy kind of curly ears that you see on some fairy types, and just carried over some of the features from the Squirtle. So yeah, that is it for all the different types. If you have watched this far, definitely leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what your favourite was, what you think I could do better, and what you'd like to see more of on this channel. At the moment I'm kind of just focusing on these Pokemon drawings, but I wanted to branch out a little bit, so I don't know if I'll do the evolution straight up or take a break and do something else, but yeah, I am kind of looking forward to seeing what these evolutions turn out to be as well. When I was drawing these, all I could think of was, what is the Blastoise version going to look like, which is going to be a challenge in itself as well. If you haven't checked out my channel before, go have a look. I've got the What If videos of Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and the secondary evolutions at the moment. We'll be working on the third evolutions to finish that series off. After that, I will be looking into doing some other things. Might come back to this series later for Gen 2, Gen 3, etc. But for now, it's just Gen 1. While I'll explore some other things and some other movie genres, I suppose. So yeah, like I said before, if you like this, like the video, subscribe, ring that bell, all that kind of stuff, and see you next time.